You can straighten them all out if you want. I'm just putting them roughly where they're supposed to go because I just need the space. When they're rocking,
yeah,
you can go like this, and it kind of sands the bottoms down.
oh, okay.
Right where your camera is the original one I built 12 years ago.
How about that?
How about that? Okay, so I think... What?
I just started tripping over my own feet.
You always trip.
I'm always tripping.
The only way for me to know doing it properly is to kind of put these on it. So I can angle it properly.
Cut it in half perfectly.
Yes. Of course.
Because he's the king.
But the center one has to support these two middles where they connect. Otherwise, look. So we're battling not only is it just concrete, it's incredibly difficult to level concrete, but this is a cement floor in the basement which is not level at all. There's no way a 15-gallon tank is going to burst through this. Obviously this is sticking out, you don't want that. And you don't kind of want it to go sideways, you do want them to be supported a couple different ways, so a little cheat is to put them on an angle, like so. It kind of looks cool. Just push it. Just measuring tape. Just want to make sure. I weigh 450 pounds. Figure this is pushed back. No? You're not? Never mind.
And I weigh 600.
Tanks go flat down, and if you want to put all your weight on here, yes, it can come off. But tanks don't do that, they go straight down. Now, measuring tape. Measure the width of the room. Because we still got to put, this still has to be cleaned out, but 4 big tanks will go there for you. Create a little feeding station right there, maybe. But those tanks are coming out 18 inches. So, from that wall. And for aesthetics plus functionality, you want them to be spaced equally. But you're going to be able to walk through this quite simply. This is protected by wrap right now, so I'm going to put it on. Let's see what it looks like. So we can get the proper measurements. This is your island.
Looks so good already.
I'm a little jealous. Such a cool little space, but so you have 32 inches here, and this is how far the other ones are going to come out. And 25. Difference of 7 inches. So this has to come in by 3.5. So there's 32. Bring it in here. That'll be exactly how much room you have to walk between them. 28 inches, so over 2 feet. While it's not wheelchair accessible, it's still pretty good. Oh wait, and the other thing is you want to have center. So the center of this, oh that's perfect. 36 inches is to there. Obviously using a level would be better because it's straight, but this is good enough. It's just not centered with the room. This is going to look cool. And the reason why it's an island is because you want to be able to walk around the whole thing. Obviously I got to straighten these out, but what are you dancing about?
I do little got room.
World's most annoying port. I think I'm going to put the blocks here, here, and here, getting as much coverage as possible. Pick this up.
Okay.
Put it in. That's good. Pick it up again. Okay. This is 1.5 inch thick. This ain't going nowhere. 6 1/4. You're a spoiled brat. Okay. Now, these tabletops were over $300 a piece. I have nothing that's nice like that. I don't care. 5 3/4.
6. It's my Chevron Acacia countertop. It sounds fancy.
Actually needs to go over by an inch. Centering this is important because you're going to have one shot to do it. Now it's perfect. This is actually really nice, and when you paint this black, it's going to look dope. You got it? I didn't know they were going to meet in the center like that. That looks even better.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool.
The funny part is, we're going to take this completely off in a minute. It's actually a really cool looking stand in my opinion. Now, since I can't wait, see me rip this right out of the wall, bare hands.
Amazing.
Well, it just brings up the conversation of you've never seen two things. You've never seen aquarium stands like this before, and you've never seen the Incredible Hulk and me in the same room at the same time before. I don't know, man. This is kind of nice for what it is, and if I would have went cheap with, like, because all of the blocks were what, $100, $140 Canadian. So.
I think each block was like $3.09 or something like that.
What, if you get these blocks painted black?
Yeah, that's gonna look really good.
Oh, it's gonna be one of the nicest do-it-yourself fish rooms.
Definitely.
Well, not that you're a do-it-yourselfer, but
Well, that you did it yourself for me. When you're with the king of DIY, you have to take advantage of that.
nobody in their right mind is gonna say, "Hey, would you like a free fish room with 32 aquariums?" And somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, and I'll pay the electricity bill and I'll pay for everything." And somebody'd be like, "No, that doesn't sound good." Anyways, this is your Christmas gift, your birthday gift, your ongoing gifts forever.
Okay.
I'm just joking. You're spoiled rotten.
I like it a lot.
Spoiled?
Yes. And this thing is super cool. What can I get?
Like a little office chair if you want, or even like a stool, like on wheels. And then when you want, you just roll around in here like that. You're like doctor guy in the wheelchair. You just have to shake your head.
Xavier.
Dr. Xavier, yeah. But it'll be really cool. Once this comes out of here, I move the deep freeze back there. These tanks. Oh shoot. Well, if you want, the tanks that are going here are 16 inches tall. These are 12 inches tall. So, and these bricks I think are 8 inches. And the difference between 12 and 16 is only 4. So these tanks can either be on the same size stands, on the same height, or brought down, but they'll overall be shorter than everything else. So I say you go with the same size stands.
Mm-hmm.
But this is 10 feet. That's only going to be 8 feet long.
Mm-hmm.
And this is 6, so it'll make sure that it comes out a foot on this side and a foot on that side.
Right.
And then you'll be walking through it like that, and then your beta tanks will be right here. You'll have 6 tanks there, 6 tanks here, 4 tanks here, and your 12.
16.
16 tanks there, so that's 32 tanks.
Whoa!
How many gallons? Do you know how many gallons?
No.
32 aquariums. Well, the ones I'm giving you are 32 plus 16 plus 16. That will be 100 gallons, and I'll put it on a sump, and I'll probably use a 15-gallon tank or 40 gallons. So I'm not going to count that right now. We'll just call it 100 gallons, and then 12 15-gallon tanks. It's 180 gallons plus your 100 gallons. That's 280 plus the sump. Whether it's going to be 20 or 40 gallons, I don't know. I'm not counting it just yet. So 280. Your beta rack is 3 times, how many? 16?
16.
48. But you don't fill them up, so call it 45 plus 280. It's 325 gallons. If you do a 25% water change, you're changing 80 gallons of water. In order to drain it and fill it, you have the best water source in the house because it's in the basement. It's connected directly to the pressure pump. You'll be able to do that, the draining process, but you'll be able to change every aquarium in, I would say, about 22 minutes to fill them. Your maintenance is an hour a week, total. But those are the things you have to consider. Now with all the
aquarium gallery.
With all these aquariums, you have 2 choices. This is only about 100 square feet, 150 square feet. You can heat 32 different aquariums using an average of 50 watts per tank. And 32 times 50 is what? 1,500? So 1,500, or you can heat the room. But you'll want the tanks covered because you're going to have to be dealing with humidity. So then I'm going to have to install some sort of a air exchanger, and the only way to exchange the air is through the brick walls up here. But luckily, I've drilled through it before. It's not that big a deal.
Okay, if you say so. Thank you, baby.
Well,
I'm so excited. Luke gets to see. He wants to check it out.
this?
Yep.
How'd I do?
He likes it.
Yeah. Will it hold you? Are you strong enough? Is it strong enough to hold Root? Up. This. Up, up, up. Root. This. Up, up. Check it out.
Oh, it's for Luke.
Good boy, yeah. Good boy. Well, if it'll hold the big red dog, it'll hold
He
these
says,
snacks.
I'm going to steal
These
your
are
gloves.
They're for me.
I always steal those.
Oh, come on, you
Oh, it's a big boy. It's a big baby. Bookie boy.
Let's go with the real tanks here. When painting, it's important, after you dip, just rub it off, or it's going to drip. Just a piece of cardboard. So like that. You're still going to get a little runoff, but it's not that big of a deal. Now it's going on and like almost looking purple. That's not how it's going to dry. It dries as a flat black.
Okay.
But you're going to need to do 2 coats. But I did get you a gallon.
Okay.
It can be oddly satisfying, so especially if you get one of those Bluetooth speakers and listen to a podcast or music or whatever. Or we could just FaceTime and talk about our wedding or
Yeah.
your feelings.
Yep.
Just joking. But concrete absorbs a bit, so it'll need two coats. And the creases, go over it with the brush to kind of almost fill it in. Otherwise they're going to be visible. But once that's painted black, ain't that sexy. It's going to look really nice.
It is. The black with the wood looks
For
really
the center
good.
one, I would do all of them, all the way around, and then these ones just do the outside. Obviously,
Well, I can do the sides. I can do the sides.
yeah, just do what's visible.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't do the back, but the fronts and sides is what I meant, yeah.
Yeah.
And that one front sides. But the backs of them, there's like absolutely 0 point.
Well, I guess I have quite a bit of painting ahead of me.
Welcome to my world. This stuff isn't easy. Make it look easy, but it's a lot of work. And for me, if I filmed all of this stuff, people don't want to watch it. I'm like, well, that's 90% of what I do is all this little prep work. And because I've been filming for 15 years, I've already shown how to do this before. 12 years ago, I built it right there. Somebody's
Like-
gonna say, oh, Joey, you're building the same things over and over. You can't reinvent the wheel. It works. It's the cheapest and easiest, and you need something that is expandable. We can go bigger, smaller, etc. The interesting thing with this is that if we want, I take all the tanks off, take the wood off, I take this block off, drop these down one, put more blocks up, put another right, and then you can double it up. And all you have to do, you can't do that with any other type of tank. Anyways, I gotta go back to, oh, you get this. I gotta go back to planning my 20-foot long tank I'm gonna build.
Oh, okay.
This is Mommy and Luke's new fish room for us to take care of together. So, since Mama has to paint, Luke is going to have his bed set up here. And he's gonna have his bone to chew, because he's a good boy and a good helper. Yes, that's for Luke. Good boy. That's for Luke. So we're both gonna get to work. Luke's gonna work on his bone, and I'm gonna work on painting all my blocks.
So also, I'm kind of a perfectionist when I do stuff like this, so hopefully I will be able to move along quick enough that it won't take me too long, since I don't want to be out here, I don't want to be down here painting all night long. It is 10:10 p.m, so we'll see what time it is by the time I get done. I haven't gotten very far. So the bottoms and the tops are the most tedious parts that take the most time and care. The cement blocks are so porous, and that's why it will require a couple of coats, but whatever seeps in gets covered again. We won't have any gaps or anything. I am going to be sore tomorrow from bending over like this. Alright, so 1 hour in, and I got all of these done. So that's their first coat, and they're gonna need a second coat. Joey brought these tanks down to test what they're gonna look like. We're missing one, but we have 5 down here, and it's already looking so good, so it's gonna be worth it after all this painting. Now I have to paint all of this. Okay, got these all done with their first coat. So the other night I did 2 coats on these bricks each. I was hoping that would be enough, but as you can see, since they're so porous, you can still see some of the cement coming through, so I think I'm gonna do another coat or 2, even though I really don't want to. So now that I've added the third and probably final coat to each of the cement blocks, it's looking really nice, really good. Get an idea of how it's gonna look. Got a few of the tanks here already and have 7 more to bring down here, plus the bed rack against that wall. Some people thought that I should have painted the cement blocks white to match the betta wall, but I think that the black with the wood top looks really good. And I don't even know, you might be thinking like, oh, you're not even gonna be able to see this wood, but I'm thinking about not even putting substrate in some of them so that they can maintain the hardwood floor look. I have a few ideas, so we'll see. I absolutely love it though, and I hope you guys do too.